As I get closer to the cemetery, a white, ghostly mist devours me. It's pitch black because the moon is new. Quietly, so not to awaken the gatekeeper, I enter through one of the side gates and run for it. Hiding behind an ancient oak tree, I see a flash from the gatekeeper's lantern. I wait to ensure he isn't coming for me. All seems clear, and I carry on, passing ancient graves. Most of them are faded with age that you can't see their names anymore. Passing by elaborate tombs and massive headstones, lonely and forgotten. Some are cracked, others are broken, and many a grave is caving in, exposing coffins. It's always the kids' cemetery that makes me feel the saddest. I rush by looking at the ground. I knock softly on the door, and after what feels like an eternity, Mother answers. "You're late. What do you have to say for yourself, mister?" She admonishes me. "I'm sorry, Mum, but I got busy at the asylum. My boss asked me to work overtime, being Christmas and all," I say, trying to pass under the arm that's blocking my entry. "Honey, I'm very proud of you for having a job, and that you're not just being a bum, without any purpose or goals. Millennials can become very lazy, you know. Most of them around here do nothing with their lives. Too busy moping around, moaning and complaining." She pinches my cheeks between the smooth fingers. "But you're different. Your father and I knew this from the first time we laid eyes upon you." In an instant, her smile disappears, and her face turns menacing, momentarily scaring me for a second. She can be terrifying when she wants to be. "You are grounded for a weekend, and because you stressed me out tonight, you don't get to go to the Christmas party. What if the gatekeeper saw you sneaking in again? He said the last time that you'll get a fine for breaking curfew." "Sorry, Mum, for making you worry," I mumble an apology. "I'm going to have to tell your dad, and you know he's not as understanding as me. You also know the risks. People can be dangerous. They go around ripping us from our dwellings, just because we're different. We don't deserve to be ostracised. It's discrimination, pure and simple. They believe that we're all the same, but of course, this isn't true. And as for those people who do the cleansings, they're the worst. You must avoid them at all costs. Remember that, Timmy," she says as she wraps her arms around me. If I could cry, I would. I love my family more than anything in this universe, and I feel immense guilt for making my mother fear. "Do you have to tell Dad? I promise I'll come home straight after work, and I won't sulk about the party either, even though I've been looking forward to it all year." She calms down. Her smile returns as she says, "Okay, just this once. Now come in before your father hears us." She takes me by the hand. I remember a time when she used to be warm. I won't tell him this time, but if it ever happens again, you'll be in big trouble. "You gave me a hell of a fright," she says, closing the door after we enter. It always makes me jump when the tomb bangs shut, sealing us in. I get comfortable in my eternal bed, and Mum says, "Sweet dreams, Timmy. I love you to the moon and back." "Good night, Mum. I love you to Pluto and back," I reply.